thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay K9's giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed yet. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Drop down in the comments. Big salute to all the brothers down in the chat, all the sisters down in the chat, and everybody watching the video from afar. It's your boy giving it to you the way I always do, from one side of the world to the other side of the world. Big salute to all the dog lovers across this planet. You know what I'm saying? And big salute to all the dog lovers. Got some dog news and some dog talk for y'all brothers and sisters today. Let's just get straight off in it like I always do, man. Hope everybody having a great day, great evening. Just depends on where you're watching this video at. Just depends on where you're watching it at. First thing I want to touch up on, man. Some things brother said, and I want to ask y'all something, about brothers supporting the positive when it comes to these videos. I hear brothers saying, supporting and brothers doing positive stuff and brothers supporting. Now let me ask y'all bulldogs something, because I looked at all the Dogman YouTube channels. All the Dogman YouTube channels. Why y'all don't support the positive? Why y'all brothers don't support the positive, but y'all claim y'all want to support the positive? When I drop a video giving you something, what some brothers might say might be the real, or we might be talking trash about something, or we might be kicking something that somebody don't want to actually hear, that they may need to hear. You may like that. But when I'm giving you some positive dog training, when I'm giving you anything positive, when I look at them other brothers' channels, brother might be telling you something about feed, might be doing some dog training, minimum views. The positive don't get views. But when you give it to them like it is, that's when you get what it is. You know what I'm saying? Brothers say certain things, but they don't move that way. And just like the dog situations, you know what I'm saying? Everybody bulldog men, everybody dog men, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody ain't dog men. Brothers just be talking to hear themselves talk sometimes. I could drop training videos for the next 2 weeks and won't get no support from the brothers out there who claim they want to see positive or they want to hear positive. You talk that positive, but you ain't about that positive. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I gotta call it the way I see it, man. I check different brothers' YouTube channels out. When they giving you some straight positive knowledge, 50 views, 75 views, you know what I'm saying? 100 views, but let them be talking trash about somebody. Let them be, talking some gossip or talking some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The views go up. The views go up. So you got to tell me which way you want it. If you want the positive, when the brothers drop positive, you need to support them more. Don't say you support. Supporting is an action. You know what I'm saying? Supporting somebody is an action. It's something you got to do. But I mean, different folks for different strokes for different folks, man. You know what I'm saying? Some folks just like to talk about it, but at the end of the day, I'll drop 5 videos, 5 training videos, 5 videos telling you about positive reinforcements with these dogs. And I guarantee you, I have between 5 videos, I'll probably have under 500 views between all 3 of them put together. But let me get up on my PBK9 shit. You know what I'm saying? I have over that. Before I get off the video, before the video over, I have more than all 5 of them videos that was talking that positive stuff got on it. I just don't understand why brothers talk the positive, but don't be about the positive. Don't be about it, man. It just is what it is. Now, I'm gonna give y'all. We got some news to talk about, and we got some more dog talk. For later on in this video. The first little bit of news I want to give y'all brothers, and don't forget to hit that like button at the bottom down there, y'all brothers and sisters in the chat, and hit that notification bell if you haven't yet. That way you'll be notified when the video's dropping. And if you're not getting the notifications, the quick fix, from what I heard, this is the only thing I heard about how to fix the notifications. Unsubscribe, subscribe right back again, and then you hit the notification bell, and it should, reset your notification thing. But we're going to get into this news, man. We got 2 guys who was going hunting. You know, they was going hunting or either fishing, one or the other. You know, make a long story short, they rescued 30 dogs. I'm going to let you check the news thing out. We got brothers who was out there hunting, and they had the deer dogs, the beagles, and the hunting dogs. They was chasing a fox. They jumped onto a deer. Deer jumped into the lake or the river, whichever one it was. All the dogs jumped in the river after the deer. But then they got too far out there. See, that's why I tell y'all brothers about them hound dogs and the gameness center. You got dogs who wouldn't even jump in that water. Pitbulls who won't even jump in that water, but let that deer go ahead about his business. They would have chased him hard as they could chase him until they got to the edge of that water, and then they wasn't going in there. But them would have been the ones you say game. You know, these hound dogs jumped in there, kept going after the deer till they got to a point where we all about to drown. You know, we excellent swimmers, but we done came so far out here, now we about to drown. We don't see the deer no more, and we still chasing. So some brothers seen these dogs out there, and they rode up on a boat and they rescued them. All 30 dogs on the boat. You know, let me give y'all that story, man. PBK9s, y'all know where y'all heard this thing first at. Giving it to you fair, uncut, raw, and unbiased. You know what I'm saying? Some gonna like it, some ain't. The way I always do it. Oh, man, I gotta tell y'all, brothers, I gotta make some changes. I'm trying to make some changes. You know, like, you know how you have brothers that say, I'm trying to stop drinking, I'm trying to stop smoking, I'm trying to stop doing this, I'm trying to stop doing that. Well, one thing I'm trying to stop cussing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop cussing, and not just on my videos. I'm just talking about in general. You know, trying to stop cussing. You know, and you know, it's gonna be hard. But you know, I can do it. All things possible when you're going through that man above. You know what I'm saying? And you may look at it like something simple, but when you're used to doing certain things for a certain period of time, just like smoking bud, right? I remember when I stopped smoking bud at a period of time, you know, when you smoke so long, and then I stopped, I probably would stop for a couple months. No, maybe a couple months, yeah, something like that, or maybe not even that long. Now, I walked up to some of my homeboys and they was burning, and I didn't even think about it. I didn't even pay attention. You know, I was just sitting there talking, and then he handed me the blunt. You know, they didn't know I was stop smoking or nothing like that. He passed me the blunt, and I reached out and I grabbed it, you know, and I took the hit. But the thing was, I did that just off instinct. I wasn't thinking. I didn't even realize what I was doing until, after it was done. I was like, oh, hell, man, I don't want to smoke no more. You know, it was just instinct just to reach out, grab the L and hit it. You know what I'm saying? And it just, you know, certain things you have to work on. You know, so like I say, I'm going to work on my cussing. You know, take it down a notch and take that dog news up a notch. So y'all boys and y'all ladies and y'all gents, y'all check this out. Hound dogs rescued out the river, PBK9s.
A fascinating story. You can't make this up. Okay. These 2 guys, this one's named Bob Gist of Jonesboro, Arkansas, and his friend Brad Carlisle of Covington, Tennessee. They met up in Memphis and traveled down together to Grenada Lake for a fishing trip.
There's some good fishing down there.
Yeah, well, they caught more than they bargained for, let me tell you that. Shortly after getting on the lake, they noticed there are a bunch of dogs in the water, treading water. So the hounds all wore expensive radio collars with white paint on them while they treaded water about a mile offshore. They're just out there.
What?
Those guys decided they pulled 27 dogs out of the water and took them to shore because they couldn't get any more in. Then they went back and got 11 other dogs, a total of 38 dogs they pulled out of the water.
Oh.
So you got to, what are that many dogs? Why are those dogs? Well, apparently.
I was thinking, what are those guys using for bait?
Well, the dogs were on a fox hunt in Grenada. I didn't even know they did that in Grenada. On a fox hunt, and they chased a deer, though. And the deer, what did the deer do? The deer
off
jumped
into the water.
into the Grenada Lake, and the dogs followed and got about a mile offshore and couldn't get back. And so they treaded water for about 45 minutes to an hour. Their owners didn't have a boat to go get them. So all I could do was stand there and whistle and try and get the dogs to come swim back their way.
So the lesson to be learned here, if you go on a fox hunt, take a boat.
Have one on standby.
Now that's crazy, my brothers. You see all them dogs on them boats, man. All them dogs, them brothers rescued them. That was, I'm glad they saved them. Great dogs. I'm quite sure the dude who owned the dogs, he glad as well. I couldn't imagine. They probably had the GPSs on the dogs, right? So he really not worried about them because he see them on his GPS tracker. But he probably didn't know that they was all in the river, or they was all in the lake, or wherever they was at, chasing after the deer as far as about to drown. I can imagine him coming, getting to where that GPS collar at, and all the dogs done drowned. Or maybe one or two of them still left. The rest of them couldn't make it across the river. And maybe they would have made it to the other side. You never know. But I could just imagine him thinking they running through the woods, or, still tracking whatever they was tracking, and then he get to where that GPS at, and all of them laid out somewhere, or either gone. And he could see the GPS telling them they right here, but they, under the water, I guess. That's, hey, the situation turned out good, man. Now, I do want to say this, nobody is perfect, period, in this world. Nobody is perfect, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I want to say about this. I don't care what a lot of these old school dog men did, far as their personal lives, because this is not a personal life community. This is a dog community, Pitbull community at that. I can care less what you got going on when you're not talking about dogs, or you're not selling the dogs, or it's not about the dogs. I don't care what you did with your family. I don't care about none of that other stuff. That's not what I'ma talk about, and I can't help with another brother get up and speak about, on a interview, if it's not like pre-planned. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you what you're going to talk about, or if I got the questions for you, most time I have the questions for the interviews. If I got a brother that just want to speak about some things, I ask you what you want to talk about, you tell me. But then we get on the mic and you start saying other things. I don't got nothing to do with that. I can, clean it up the best I can. But other than that, everybody have their own opinions. Everybody have their own talk. Everybody grown men out here. And, I can't control nobody. What this brother say don't mean is how I think. What I say don't mean is what that brother thinking. You know what I'm saying? I can't make him think a certain way. He can't make me think a certain way, no matter what he get or what he's saying and how many times he said. We just gonna feel how we want to feel, and that's just how it is, man. A lot of people did bad things. Some people just better at covering theirs up than other brothers. That's what an old man always told me. Everybody got skeletons in their closet. Everybody. It's just some of us brothers is better at covering it up than other brothers. And I see that daily. You know what I'm saying? See it daily. Ain't nobody out here is flawless. Nobody. And I just wanted to say that, man. I just wanted to say that. Now, I want to ask y'all about Dine or Red Cell. Which one do you think is best for your dogs? Not far as it's better for them, but which one you think gives you the better results? Dine, your Dine or your Red Cell. Now, what I'm going to say is they kind of maybe the same, but kind of different. As far as I know, the Red Cell, is to boost the blood count up, and it may do a few other things. Once you get your blood count boosted up, you get more energy. The Red Cell is good, but the problem I had with the Red Cell was the taste of it. You could smell the Red Cell. I never tasted it, of course, but I can smell the Red Cell and tell that the taste on it is horrible. And the dogs do not like it. Now the Dine, on the other hand, is more of a universal tool. The Dine you can give to puppies to boost their appetite up. I don't know if the red cell is going to do that or not. The Dine can be used in many ways. Now, peep this out. Remember I just said the red cell got a bad taste on it. The Dine can be used as a mixing ingredient with the red cell to make it taste a little better, you know. And for brothers who use the cord for when they get coccidious or to prevent coccidious with their dogs, you know, you take that Dine and you put part Dine and you put the rest, which how many ever cc's you got to use of the cord, because that cord used for coccidious is another horrible tasting, you know, liquid that we give to the dogs. Horrible. I think the cord tastes worse than the red cell, you know, because you see them gagging that back up, that cord. You put that little bit of that cord in a syringe with the Dine, you know, and it makes it easier for the dogs to eat it up. You know, they don't, because the Dine mixed with it, and the Dine is like sweet. You can smell that sweet, milky, eggy smell in that Dine. You know, so the Dine works many ways, and it's gonna give your dog energy. It's gonna give your dog more proteins and stuff, and you know, you gotta read the bottle and see all the things that it's gonna supply to your dog. But I seen a brother ask that on Facebook, and you know, I was kind of curious, just wondering what y'all brothers and sisters were thinking about it. Red cell or Dine? I would be the one to go grab the bottle of Dine off the shelf and leave the red cell. I haven't used red cell since the 90s, and that's no lie. I bought it in the 90s. Back in the 90s, we used to feed our dogs alfalfa. You know, I don't know how many of y'all brothers ever did that. But back in the 90s, we used to feed our dogs alfalfa. If you know what alfalfa is, it's horse food. We'd take a little bit of alfalfa and mix it up with the dog food. Not a whole bunch of it, you know, just a little bit of it. And the alfalfa we used to come in little cubes. You might get a 50-pound bag, and it's all of the whole 50-pound bag is little cubes, about like weed. Matter of fact, I know a brother who ganked a brother for some weed. He wanted about 15, 16 pounds. The brother went and got the alfalfa from the feed mill and sold him the alfalfa. You know what I'm saying? Sold him the alfalfa. But that's the stuff we used to use back then. And from when we put the alfalfa in the dog food, we saying like, oh, the horses eat it. Maybe it's gonna have the dogs big or bulky or whatever, and energetic like the horses be, you know. But I didn't see that, you know. I didn't see that. But that's all a part of trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to trial and error out there, man. Big salute to you, homie. Big salute to you. But that's all a part of trial and error, man. You try things, you know, and if it don't work, you keep it stepping. You keep it moving on to the next product. But I haven't used the red cell since the 90s, and I haven't used the alfalfa since the 90s, because I didn't get no good results from neither one. Now, the red cell, I'm going to say it like this. When it comes to the red cell, I never really gave it to him with the syringe, and that's my mistake. You know, if I was to give him red cell right now, I would take the needle off the end of the syringe and use the syringe to squirt it in his mouth. You know, and that way he can't spit it out. Or I'm for sure that he's going to eat it, because we used to put the red cell, put a little bit of it on the dog food. And I'm telling you, you think I'm playing? Try me now. You know, put some of that red cell on your dog food and see will he eat it. A lot of dogs will eat it, but a lot of dogs will go to it and smell that food and they'll back away from it. It's just a smell to that red cell. But if you're putting it inside a syringe, you go ahead and squirt it in his mouth, you know he should be fine. But with that Dine, you mix a little bit of that red cell up, mix your Dine up with it. You got both ingredients or both products, and you know you should work fine. You should work fine. I will pick the Dine in 2024 over the red cell every single time. And like I said, there could be different results from each product. You know, the red cell might hit areas where the Dine not gonna hit, but I know the Dine is good for finicky eaters. Your dog not eating that good, you give them the Dine. Your dog got a small appetite, you give them the Dine. You know, the puppies, you need the puppies to eat. You need the puppies to get some extra protein, some extra nutrients. You give them the Dine. You know, so the Dine is, I believe the Dine stretches out further, does more things for the dog than the red cell does. You know, And like I said, you could take that chord, which a lot of brothers use for coccydias and dogs, or the same thing would be Gardia, and they'll mix a little bit of that chord up, because that chord is a bad tasting joker, 10 times worse than that red cell. That chord ain't got no smell on it, but when you put it in a dog mouth, boy, they start up. So you know it tastes bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I would pick Dine all day long. It's good to get a big bottle of it and just use a little bit at a time, and you have it for a while, man. You'll have it for a while. Now, let's get to some business. What we about to do real quick, brothers. Let me see if I can find my phone. Hey, I tell you what. Let's call CBS. Let me see, CBS 42. Let's call CBS 42 and ask them, why are they posting these brothers who get busted in dog fights knowing they gotta go to court? Let's call CBS 42. You know, I want one of my brothers. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. Y'all got so much problems with brothers playing videos. Let's call and ask the people who post the videos. They don't got the heart to ask them folk. Oh, I ain't asking them. But you will get up there and say all kind of stuff to me. Call me all kind of names. Say this and say that. But you ain't got the heart to ask the source. You know, you ain't got the heart to ask the source. That's why I don't stud you. You know what I'm saying? I don't be studying y'all boys, man. I keep it moving, keep it trucking, doing my thing. Ain't gonna stop, ain't gonna slow up. I don't give a damn you don't like the news. Don't watch it. The news gonna continue. As long as I'm able to give it to you. You know, the news gonna continue, man. So like I said, let's sit back, let's call up channel CBS 42, and let's call and get that video that I posted up. We could take video from video. And let's call these news anchors. We could do it together. I'll call from my phone. We go on live. Me and you go up on live on my panel. I'll make the call from my phone, and I put it on speakerphone, and I let you talk. I want you to talk, and I want you to ask them the same thing you asked me. You know, why you posting the videos when brothers going to court? Why you posting the videos when brothers got all this and that going on? You know what I'm saying? You won't do it. There's a fear in brothers' heart. And there's something else in brothers' heart that's called don't want to see nobody do anything good. You know, always want to tear a brother down. Y'all got the wrong presumption of tear down. Y'all always saying, why you tearing this down? Wait, listen, them brothers tearing their own damn self down. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, you don't want to make the news, stay out the news. That's the universal code. You don't want to make the news from here to California. You better get your ass to doing something right. You know, stay out of that trouble and out of that bull. See, I just said something just now. You know, I'm trying to stop it. Trying to stop it, man. But yeah, man, let's get up there and call the CBS 42, you know, and ask them about the last situation I post. And if that one is not good enough for you, let's call the video before that. You know, let's call the video with the boys from Alabama and ask them news reporters the same thing. Let's call the video with the brother from Louisville, because I got an update on that too as well. Got an update on the Louisville situation. Let's call Louisville, Kentucky news and ask them why they posted that situation about that brother knowing he got to go to court. Knowing he got to go to court. I just want to hear how y'all ask them folk. I want to hear how y'all voice sound. Do you still talk with bass in your voice when you talk to them folk? Or do you start sounding like a whimpery? You know, you're humble all the way down. I don't know, man. I'm just asking y'all brothers. But like I said, man, I got an update for y'all brothers and sisters coming from the Louisville, Kentucky dog situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to talk about it too much more. I'm going to let y'all get straight into it. Y'all hit that like button up down there. And don't forget, when you hear that first, man, PBK9's Dog Talk and News. Let's get into it.
The dogfighting arrest has an organization calling for a crackdown on Kentucky's animal fighting laws.
Wave News reporter Brandon Spencer talked to the organization about the goal and joins us with more on that.
LMPD arrested 47-year-old Kareem Garner, who they say has a prolific stature in the dogfighting world. And while he is facing felony charges, groups like Animal Wellness Action hope to make more severe punishments for those accused of fighting animals. An anonymous tip led LMPD's animal cruelty enforcement to the heart of the Taylor Berry neighborhood on Lillian Avenue, where they were able to arrest well-known regional dogfighter Kareem Garner. Police were able to seize 4 dogs under his care who are in terrible condition, a sad reality that advocates say happens more often than we think.
Well, it's estimated that about 40,000 people in the United States are actively engaged in dogfighting. Back in 2009, the largest bust garnered 400 dogs, saved them from over 20 fighting locations. It's organized crime. Crosses state boundaries, many people are involved.
The dogs found at Garner's home were living in kennels, covered in feces. Investigators also found several supplements and equipment used in dogfighting, like scales and weighted collars. But Animal Wellness Action's Joseph Grove says the cruelty goes beyond the fighting.
These animals have no say. They are utterly defenseless. And the thing people need to realize, too, is that dogfighting is not the only crime that goes on at these matches. Illicit drugs, we know, for example, in large fights, cockfighting in particular, prostitution comes in, money laundering.
Which is why Grove is fighting so hard to get the Fighting Inhumane Gambling and High-Risk Trafficking, or the FIGHT Act, passed.
So the advantage of the FIGHT Act is that it will make these people think twice before they start fighting. If you can lose your home, your car, because you're convicted of dogfighting, maybe you won't do it. It's important to make those anonymous tips.
So far, the bill has yet to get a co-sponsor or even a hearing in Frankfurt, but Grove hopes arrests like this might change that. And for those that are looking to report on animal cruelty or fighting but don't want to do so by talking to police, Animal Wellness Action has a reward program that entices people to speak up. To learn more about that, you can visit our website at wave3.com. Reporting in Louisville, Brandon Spencer, Wave News.
Now, I'm not going to lie. The Pitbull breed has the dumbest, the most ignorant owners across this world. Out of all the breeds of dogs, the Pitbull owners are the worst ones. You know, I'm starting to believe it's not the dogs that's the problem. It's these so-called dog men that's the problem. Either you think you dang on Maurice Carver, you know, or you think you're Kobe, instead of just being yourself. And then the other problem we have, the same thing I've been preaching for the last year, 2 years. Y'all don't want to let go of 30 years ago. You don't want to build your own name. And when another brother try to build his name, all you can do is try to tear him down. And y'all feel, you got brothers out here 25 years old that feel higher about a dude who died 40 years ago than a dude they looking at right now in their face can talk to and got bulldogs. You know, you a shit on a brother who you could talk to, who got bulldogs, who you might can learn from right now today, and worship one of them brothers from 40 years ago that was dead before you was even born. You don't know nothing about him, don't know nothing about nothing that he had going on, reading some books and some stories, you know, and you put him above the person you could talk to today. You know, at the end of the day, I keep telling y'all brothers, man, you know, I love to get dog stories and interviews from these brothers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to keep dwelling 30 years ago. That's y'all. If y'all want to do that, if you stop watching my channel because I'm not dwelling on 30 years, it's so be it. You know, I got shit I'm trying to do, make a name for my dogs. I can care less about 20 years ago, Sambo, all that other shit, that's past. You know what I'm saying? We talking modern day time. None of that stuff gonna help me now, today. Nothing I did with Bo gonna help me today besides how to take care of my dog. All them stories and all that is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna help you. Only thing gonna help you is the stuff that we learn about taking care of these dogs. You know, making sure these dogs are right, making sure they got the right, eating the right things, getting the right vaccinations, worming them the right ways, fleeing them out, keeping the yard straight. All that type of stuff is what's gonna help us. You know, all the show talk, the matches and all that, that's good for as entertainment, but It ain't reality. You know what I'm saying? It ain't reality, because at the end of the day, we know brothers, no matter how much I get up here and talk this news, brothers going to be rolling them dogs. You know, it ain't stopping brothers from rolling them dogs. You know, at the end of the day. Like, y'all dog men, y'all think you have to have a yard full of dogs in order to talk about a pit bull. That's how I know you dumb as hell. You know, excuse me, but I'm going to say that right now. You know, that's how I know you dumb. You had one brother telling me I had mollywops. How corny that y'all young boys, you better stay off that channel with that dude. You're getting cornier and cornier the more you listen to somebody who haven't been in the dog game. Y'all take too much information from people who have no experience in the dog game. You know, people who have no experience. You better off listen to all the old schoolers who you know been bulldogging than all the haters, all the people who got to call people names every day. People who can't do nothing but steal content. You know what I'm saying? People who not telling you about what they had going on. You know? How do I know I can believe what you're saying about this stuff? What dogs did you do like this? You know? What dogs did you keep in a clean environment? What dogs did you rake up around every day? You know, what dogs did you shoot up and worm like this every day? You know, brothers don't want to even say nothing about their dogs, but they want to criticize what the next brother doing with his stuff. It don't really work like that. But as they always say, we have estimated 40 to 60,000 people that's in this American Pitbull Terrier game across the country. You know, estimated. and so many of them, I can't even say half, because I don't want to down some brother, you know, or down brothers who don't fit in this category. But you have so many brothers that don't deserve pit bulls, man. They don't deserve it. You know, you can just listen to their mentality, their train of thought. You know, the way they think, they're going to end one place. And then they can't take the truth when the truth is said to them. You know, when the truth is said to them, they start crying about, oh, this and oh, that and oh, this. They want to hear that bull that the brother give them that has no dog experience. You know, has no dog experience. And I got to start looking at like this, right? I see some brothers I try to come on the channel, and this is not to none of the brothers that been coming up on my channel lately, you know. And big salute to my man John out there, you know what I'm saying? Big salute to you, big dog, you know. But when I do interviews, you know, they don't mean I'm trying to be your friend. I'm a news reporter. If you want to tell your story, tell your story, you know. Because thing about it, you know, because I got a problem with one man, don't make me have a problem with another man because he cool with that man that I got a problem with. You know, everybody do things different, man. Everybody do things different. If I got a problem, you know, with this guy over here, and I know he may speak to this guy over here, I'm not going to be mad at this guy over here because I'm mad at the one on this side and they friends. No, man. Me and him got a problem. We got a problem. That has nothing to do with me and this guy over here. And a lot of y'all brothers, you want folk to be mad at people, you know, that hang with other people. You know, salute to my folk down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my brothers and sisters that's watching from afar. You know, Street Rossi. A brother might hang with me and they want you to be mad at the other brother, the brother that's hanging with me. They want you to be mad at him because he hanging with me. Or they want me to be mad at the brother that's hanging with you because me and you beefing. So I'm supposed to be mad at all the other 5, 6 brothers that's hanging with you. And they ain't said nothing about me. They ain't dissing me, none of that type of stuff. And they want me to be mad with you, mad with them. You know, life don't work that way. You know, in certain circumstances, in certain street situations, folk play like that. A lot of these street brothers don't got the backbone to speak their own words. A lot of these street brothers can't do what they want to do. They taking orders from somebody else. You know, you wouldn't believe how many of these brothers be trying to play tough out here, rough out here. I ain't talking about the dog game. I'm talking about in general. How many of these brothers be trying to play rough and tough, but yet they don't got the backbone to do what they want to do. You know, you got another brother making them pick their friends, making them do this, making them do that. you know. And I don't mean making them go to the store. I mean making them where they can't make their own choices in life. You know, you got brothers out there just like that. And then them same kind of brothers, you can't make your own choice in life, but you'll come over here and try to criticize me. First thing you need to do is have a backbone. Learn how to have your own backbone and take that yellow streak from down your back. You know? Take that yellow streak from down your back. Now, I will say this, you know, when it comes to me calling, and like I addressed this at the beginning of the video, you're not gonna see me get up here and talk about what this man doing in his personal life. You know, if he did that, if he going to jail for domestic violence, if he doing this for drugs, or if he doing this for this, I don't have no business talking about that on a dog channel. If the man a homosexual, I don't got no business talking about that on a dog channel. You know what I'm saying? This dogs. Whatever it pertains to with the dogs, you know? And there's so many things that we hear, like brother saying in the chat last night, you know, you can believe nothing you hear and half the shit you see. Because some of the stuff that you see might be already manipulated, you know, to make you think it look a certain way. Make you think it look a certain way. But big up to all my brothers out there, man, doing the right things with these dogs. Doing the right things with these dogs. I do want to speak on this. The litter that I got on the ground now, we talking about JD Hogg's sister. So if you know how JD Hogg's bred, you know his sister bred the Fletcher. JD Hogg's sister bred the Fletcher. You know, so that's the pedigree. I don't have online peds. You know what I'm saying? I don't have online peds right now. So if you want to see the pedigree, it's Fletcher bred to JD Hogg's sister. I have a few males and, you know, like maybe one female available. And they won't last long. And like I said, I will take deposits. The deposit got to be at least $500. Got to be at least $500. And the thing about it, there's no returns on the deposits. You know, no returns on the deposits. If you can't get it because of something that happened on your end, that's just tough luck, man. You got to think about that. You know, you got to think about it. Now, if the puppy die, or I can't give you the pup that you want, and you done got your money down on it, that's an automatic return of what you got, or what you already gave me. You know, I'm not even going to say, oh, you can get one off the next litter. Nah, you get your money back. You know, because that's a mess up on my end. But if it's a mess up on your end, I'm not going to worry about it. You know, it's just going to go to, you know, helping feed the dogs. Because I'm telling you how that situation go. A brother can give me $500 deposit. Now, he never pick up his puppy. He never come get it, and then he don't give me no more money on the puppy and say the puppy done got 3 months old. I done gave them dogs shots. I done gave them dogs worm medicine. I done gave them dogs dog food. I done spent your $500 on the dogs, back on the dogs, ain't even went in my pockets. Ain't even go to help me going to buy dinner with me and my old lady. Go out to dinner or do something or spend it on a bill or put it in the bank to save. It went back on the dog. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't make nothing. So when you put a deposit, you know, the first thing, you know, brothers need to do is kind of realize or think when you're going to pick this puppy up. I don't mind holding the puppy for a little while, but I won't be holding the puppy for no months and months on time, you know, because by the time I hold that puppy till he's 4 months old, the money that you gave me, if you gave me $1,500, I'm damn near done put all that back into the damn dog, you know. So, you know, I like to be fair when it comes to that type of situation, man, but I can't be unfair to myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't be unfair to myself just because you made a screw up out here or just because, you know, whatever situations you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this. If you feel like you can't finish making that move, that deposit could stay. It's going to stay. Like I said, no refunds, but I will keep that same deposit on a future puppy. So if you say you gave me 500 and then something happened where you couldn't, get the dog, now that deposit stays with me, but I will use that 500 if you decide you want to get another puppy later on in the future to that price. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do it like that. But yeah, I just had to put that out there, man. And the picture that y'all brothers see me with the female bred, not the video, but the other female that I'm holding the 2 dogs, that's Fletcher, bred to JD Hogg's mama. So the puppies that you see now, that's Fletcher bred to JD Hogg's sister. Okay, and the puppies that'll be here by October and be ready by October, that's Fletcher bred to JD Hogg mama, which is a daughter of Grand Champion Hogg, bred to Fletcher, which is a straight Walkable male, top and bottom, the last of the Mohicans. Me and the old man made that breeding a week before they got their dog, 2 weeks maybe before the dogs got taken. Lord work in mysterious ways, man. Lord work in mysterious ways. So that litter should be here by October. The litter that you see that I got now, they'll be 2 weeks old this coming Friday. They get their first wormer. I give them their second wormer at 4 weeks and their third wormer at 6 weeks. At 6 weeks, going on 7 weeks, you can pick your puppy up. I'm going to leave the puppy on the mama dog. Up until the time, at least 6 weeks. When I'm going to say on the mama dog, I'm going to say it like this. They're going to be eating dog food at 4 weeks. 3 weeks, I'm going to starting them with dog food. 3.5 weeks going into dog food, okay? Now, they're going to be 6 weeks old, and I'll still let the mama come in, and they're going to be eating dog food and sucking on the mama milk. Because, see, staying on the mama, what that does is it builds their immune system, make it where they can fight diseases better. It ain't about them shots. This comes naturally, through that colostrum or whatever they call it, getting it out the mother milk. It helps them fight off diseases. You don't have to worry about them catching this or catching that because they're staying on the mama. And it's scientifically proven dogs that you don't give shots until 8 weeks old or a little bit older, it's a little more healthier as well, But I'm not going to wait that long to give my shots. I'm a firm believer of giving my shots a little earlier, around the 5 to 6 week mark, somewhere around that area. But as far as taking them off the mama, they'll still be on the mama, but not every day. When the mama come around, they'll go running and try to get a little bit of milk, and eventually, they'll be off of it. Once I have her where I take her outside for a whole day and don't bring her back in or something, then I'm gonna probably start keeping them off of her, because I don't want them to be sucking and drinking milk that's just sitting up in a titties or whatever. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. So they 2 weeks old coming up this week. Anybody who interested in one or want to get one, I have them with me for at least another 4 weeks. But they'll be gone. I can almost promise you. By the time them puppies be 6 weeks, there won't be any left to sell. Whoever give their deposit, they'll have their deposits or whatever, but it won't be any left to sell. It just is what it is, man. Like I say, Red Boy, Jocko, Bolio through the Mayday, through the Hollisworth, Dolly Dog is where your Bolio coming in from. Everything else, straight Red Boy, Jocko. And I'm talking about in the 3rd and 4th generation, you seeing yellow. And like I said about Mellow Yellow and Fletcher them, everything in their pedigree going back to Yellow or Jocko or the dogs Yellow and Jocko produce. And as well as the dog that I bred Fletcher to is going back to Yellow or Jocko. And the only thing that JD them have different in him and them and Red Hot is the female name. Red Hot. Only thing Red Hot has different in her is the Sammy the Arab Boomer, which is Red Boy. So it's still Red Boy Jocko. You know what I'm saying? But Fletcher and Mellow Yellow and them don't have Red Boy in them. They're Red Boy Jocko. When I say Red Boy, I mean a Red Boy dog actually in that pedigree. So yeah, man, just want to throw that out there, man. And like I said, I work with brothers. However, I got to work with brothers. I just want dogs to go to great homes, brothers who gonna take care of them. Big shout out to Bruce Banner, man, because Bruce Banner keep me updated with Charlotte. She is a dog off of Mellow Yellow and JD Hog. He keeps me updated with her. And I mean, I love to see her, man, 6, 7 months old as they growing, as they stretching. When they grow this way, like see how they growing. You know, sometimes some dogs, they grow long and then they grow tall and then they grow thick. Some dogs grow thick, then they grow tall. You know, it just, every dog grows different. And I just like to see how they grow, especially when you produce them dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I like to, for brothers to tell me how the dogs are acting in the public and how the dogs are acting for them when they trying to get them to do certain things. You know, big salute to my brothers out there with that Quick and the Red Storm dogs. You know, we talking about that Big John stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to them brothers with that stuff. Quick and Red Storm. Big salute to my man 7-Way down in the Jacktown. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to brother Florida Outlaw. You know, big salute to you, man. Florida Outlaw, boy, you better go holler at 7-Way. Better go holler at 7-Way. 7-Way got that thing over there, boy. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Brothers got great dogs out here, man. I see a lot of brothers with some fine-looking dogs, man. Fine-looking dogs. Great-looking pedigrees. You know, it just is what it is, man. Everybody got to hold their head, try to do the right things when it comes to these animals, man, and keep moving forward. Like the brother was saying the other night, how can you really preserve the breed preserve the breed in the right way to make sure you still getting quality bulldogs without breaking the law? You know, I don't know what to tell brothers on that situation. Besides, whenever you're doing something, don't take the whole neighborhood with you. Don't take the whole city with you. You know, don't take the whole state with you whenever you're going to do something. Treat it like you're going to holler at your shorty you just met. You ain't taking everybody with you to go holler at that girl. Treat that the same way. You know, go by yourself, roll dolo. Come back and tell the story. What they call it, kissing and telling? But we ain't talking about a beautiful woman here. We talking about a dog, you know. Come back and tell the story, man. You're safer than taking 1,000 people with you, you know. And I don't condone in anything illegal, you know. But one thing we know, brothers gonna do what they gonna do, and ain't nothing we can do to stop them. It ain't nothing they can do to stop me from putting them on the damn news. PBK9s, y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there, and I'm out.